The Peace River is a 3-kilometer drill. It's the highest risk crossing on the project.
The factor of safety of the drill and the drilling fluid pressures were absolutely critical.
The freezing temperatures just make things a lot more difficult.
Well, it can affect the project quite considerably.
It's NorthRiver's first attempt to build kind of a mega project. So it's exciting to be a part of a kind of a newer company that's building a significant project that will help the industry in northern BC all the way down to Alberta.
I'm very proud to be part of this crossing. To me, the Peace River crossing is such a big milestone as part of the NEBC Connector. It ultimately connects infrastructure from further north in British Columbia down to central Alberta. And the success of this watercourse crossing is a key piece to the rest of the pipeline, which will ultimately connect this big infrastructure network together. When we looked at designing the Peace River crossing, a number of factors went into it. The drop-out design itself went through multiple iterations as the route evolved as well. So for us, it was very important to understand, number one, the topography. There was some significant elevation change from the south side to the north side. So understanding that elevation, how that would impact the drilling fluid pressures downhole. The drill itself, it's over 3 kilometers in length. So coming up with a geometry that targets a suitable part of the bedrock. It was highly fractured and weathered weak in certain areas. So when we looked at the intersect zone, we wanted to have that invert of the drill in an area that had high quality bedrock.
The sheer length of the drill is pretty exciting. It's over 3K, which is one of the longest in Canadian history. So with such a long crossing, there's going to be a lot of challenges. There was limited temporary workspace, so only about 1,000 meters, and our entire drag section is over 3 kilometers. So there had to be 3 separate segments, which involves a mid-weld.
That collaboration was absolutely key with the drillers, their team, stopping at a position so that the pipeline team can position the second segment, and then the third segment complete their welding, line everything up, code it, test it, and be ready to resume pullback as quickly and efficiently as possible.
Communication is key no matter where you're at, especially between entry and exit sides, because we've got crews on both sides working, and we need to know exactly what stage they're at and if they're safe to proceed or not.
Anytime one rig is going to be pushing or pulling or rotating, they need to communicate to the other rig to let them know. They can put the rotary into a free school mode, and also if one rig is pulling, the other rig needs to be pushing just to match up their travel speeds.
Real-time collaboration between ourselves, in Envirobor and NorthRiver was absolutely critical. And this was a large, complex operation, and there was a lot of response to changing in drilling conditions that had to be reacted to quickly.
The drill's kind of, in my mind, make or break a project. So to be able to complete these high-risk drills early on, it's just really exciting. It's kind of the first step for the project. We get those completed, and then it really feels like the project has come to life. This project for the Peace River, for just NEBC as a whole, it's CER regulated, which comes with a lot of different conditions, environmentally, technically, archaeologically.
Before any pipe goes in the ground, we often install casing first. There is a lot of time and effort to put into casing, especially the diameters that we're using. It's a lengthy process. The purpose of the casing is to isolate unconsolidated formations, and that would be the gravels that we've seen here.
Yeah, so the HTD intersect method requires 2 drilling rigs. One is on the entry pad, and then a second one is added on what's traditionally the exit pad.
Well, the emphasized rig is a 1 million pound rig, and we've got 3,000 meters plus of line pulling in.
The exit rig is a DD440, which has 440 pounds of thrust.
Both rigs drill towards one another, drilling their own pilot hole. They operate independently from one another. They have their own circulating systems, their own drill pipe, their own steering, and then they intersect one another at a predetermined position along the drill path.
some of the elements that we observe are mainly the mud system, ensuring we've got good flow returns at all times, and we rely on the instrumentation quite heavily.
Also, very importantly, that we were monitoring the annular pressure, making sure that the drill remains within its safe operating limits so that we don't have an inadvertent fluid release.
We did have to adapt to a different couple methodologies of what you would call out-of-the-box thinking. That was an effort to keep up on schedule.
As we were drilling the pilot hole on the first crossing, we of course had the two rigs drilling their own pilot holes towards one another. And what was really interesting is that the north side rig had very responsive steering, meaning the inputs that the rig gave downhole were very well received and they could make very accurate steers. We saw a slightly different response on the south side. There was some soft formations that were perhaps a bit unexpected. We knew we were in some sort of shale formation based on the geotechnical logs, but it transitioned to some sort of softer material before it intersected the mudstone formation, and we had some difficulty with steering response in that area.
Yeah, I would say the teamwork was one of the biggest things on this, the Peace River crossing. We did run into some challenges, some steering challenges that I think Envirobor and BlueFox did a very good job of highlighting the risk, but also with their experience, knowing that that risk wasn't probably as high as NorthRiver might feel that it is, brought a lot of comfort to NorthRiver, just having the kind of experience in both BlueFox and Envirobor on this project.
What are some things that we've learned? What are some things that BlueFox has learned? Let's bring it all together and let's execute.
For all drills, we establish a steering tolerance to maintain the geometry of the drill within the stress limits of the pipeline. For this particular project, over its great distance, that tolerance was about 3 meters. And when we started to creep towards that boundary, we would actually pull back slightly and bring the drill back onto alignment. And that was crucial in the success of the intersect. The intersect was achieved at first attempt. The two bits met one another within a few centimeters.
No, I think the one number that made everybody have a sigh of relief was when we're tracking the bit depth on the pole. You could see when you got to surface. So when we all saw that pipe pull through, everybody took a sigh of relief.
Yeah, the lessons learned from this project are invaluable. And then that close collaboration with NorthRiver and Envirobor, from the field teams to the office teams, we all learned a ton, and can definitely looking forward to applying those learnings to future projects.
Every year there's something new coming into our industry that we see. Every day something's changing, and that's what excites me about it, is that we don't know what next year brings. This year in particular brought us a 3,000 meter crossing. Love it.
We have 11, if not more, major drills that we're doing on this project. One of them being obviously the Peace River, 3 kilometers. We're drilling that twice. So just exciting to be a part of something that doesn't get done every day.